Hi Capricorn, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome to the channel and welcome to your reading. Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming by to watch the video. I hope you're all doing well. Let's find out, Archangel Michael. What is it that you want Capricorn to know? Union. Okay, union. I'll read the description of it from the book after I get the rest of the cards out. Union. Opening the door. It's kind of like nature is trying to come in. And so it's a union between the outer and the inner. Okay. Let's find out, Archangel Michael, what major arcana wants to speak to this, please. The Emperor energy. Okay. Emperor energy says, experience is the only, I can hardly read it. Experience is the only thing that brings knowledge, and the longer you are on Earth, the more experience you are sure to get. So stability and security is the Emperor energy here. All right, so what's the major arcana that, what is it that we can clarify the major arcana card for? With, get this right, say it right. Clarify, please, Archangel Michael. We have the Two of Wands. Yes, so crossroads, needing to make a decision. Well, considering, like, doing your research kind of thing. See, looking at the world that's in his hands, but he's trying to get the lay of the land. He's on top of a tower, and so he has really like a bird's eye view that he can see much more, so that he feels like he's best informed as to which direction to choose to take. Okay, and let's get the Wild Unknown. Cobra. All right, Cobra. Well, I'll read that one too. Well, let's start off with Union. Here it is. Welcome to my favorite window in the cottage. Its pleasing shape has always stirred something magical inside my heart from the moment I first peeked over the windowsill as a young leveret many years ago. As time passed, I grew taller like the trees beyond and was able to open the latch, climbing up onto the sill to sit silently where the outside meets the inside in perfect magical union. All was always well, and even though I'm rather too old to sit in the alcove these days, I still take my time to open the window each day to let the outside in as I gather my thoughts, no matter what the weather. Indeed, a few things give me more pleasure than to reach outside during a rainstorm and feel its heavy droplets pound my paw. So many things combine at this magical junction. Here I am in the present, yet seeing the past in the sturdy trees I still vividly remember as saplings. The future shows itself in the saplings of today, eager to reach such heights. It is the most spectacular union, for how many times must we let the outside in to grow and shape our lives too? That's, through relationships, right? And experiences with our outside world. It does cause us to change inside, if we but allow it, of course. We grow. If all our windows are shut, when do we get the courage to open them and discover the waiting ideas, friendships, and adventures beyond? To allow the outside in, we must first open the windows to ourselves for the magical union to begin. The window of the soul to the soul, right? We get in touch with our power, our inner wisdom. Visitors sometimes ask if I'm afraid something glopped or twizzly might crawl, fly, or jump into the cottage through the open window. I tell them that, of course, it has happened and will doubtless happen again. Most times, whatever it is can be found, understood, and released in the very same way problems enter our lives. But to shut the window for fear of occasional twizzly creatures is to also shut it to a spectacular world of magical possibilities and memorable encounters too. In all my years of living in this crumb-lush cottage, most of my favorite memories were only made possible by opening this window and thanking it profusely for opening my mind and showing me not only nature's magical splendors, but also reminding me that I am also part of something far more infinite, the union of life itself, which simply asks us to embrace its many waiting possibilities by remaining open in our hearts and minds to them all. Remember to keep the windows of your heart, mind, and soul open to the constant magical possibilities waiting to welcome you. Okay, so it is that journey of being willing to and prepared to allow life circumstances, relationships, situations, experiences to open us up, like basically to kind of strip us, and sometimes will make us raw, but it is through that becoming vulnerable and hurt, pain, that we grow in spectacular ways. Let's see here, Cobra. Oh, go back. Hyena, Cobra, Lizard, it's gotta be on here somewhere. Panther, Tarantula, Camel, Gazelle, Cheetah, Tiger, Cobra. Okay. Cobra is pausing, waiting. It's the inner teacher. Wow. The cobra represents a teacher or a spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So when it's in balance, it's a student life. It's humble and wise. When it's not in balance, it's know-it-all. You're a know-it-all, egocentric. To bring it into balance is like taking a class and study. To become somebody spectacular with the Emperor energy, right? The Emperor energy is the most revered and respected energy in the entire deck, even slightly just above the Empress energy. Why? I don't know, but it is. And the Two of Wands is like you're at a crossroads doing your research. You're the teacher, the student, pardon me. You have your outside experiences. You got nature and all the relationships that you will have, that you have had, and hardships and victories that you have experienced is shaping you from the inside out. But you needed the outside to do that for you. You see, you need the outside, all the conflict and controversy and all that stuff, upheaval. You need all of that chaos in order to make you, on the inside, be peace and calm, to be not chaos, to be orderly, organized, in the sense that you know who the heck you are, and you know how powerful your strength of calmness can be in this world of chaos. Yes, sir. Capricorn. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, let's get some tarot. Oh, we're going to have that one, are we? Okay. And you throw cards at me. What did I do to you? Let's go. We got it upside down, so we have the Ace of Cups in the outside, in the reverse. Yeah. The Ace of Cups in the reverse is, well, of course, it can be a relationship, a love relationship. However, given these cards and the stories, I would say it's more like you have yet to learn to love yourself. The Ace of Cups is also the energy of loving yourself. Because, you know, in order to be able to have that true, strong relationship with another person in a loving way that is going to help you grow, but to benefit you and them, and to benefit the world, because the two of you are together, you have to figure out how to be that for yourself first, so that whoever you plan to share yourself with in that way you become a stronger force of love in the world, with the two of you together, doing that together. So Two of Swords, okay, well, Two of Swords is like the blindfold, right? You got your heart with the crosses, right? You got your heart protected, your arms crossed like that with the swords crossing. Not like sitting on the fence, not doing anything. So with the blindfold is not being able to see. I don't want to see. This is what this person's saying. I don't want to see. I don't want to know. Because if I see, then I know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know, because if I know, then I have to decide something. I have to do something. And I don't want to do anything. I would just want to sit on the fence. But when this card comes out, the divine is saying you have to take the blindfold off and you have to make a decision, because you're otherwise in this energy of not knowing yourself well enough, and then you're tripping all along your path. You're tripping and stumbling and falling, and it hurts that you don't land on anything soft. It's like the outside world becomes very harsh. It has become very harsh for you. Five of Wands, interior conflict, but you know, in inner conflict, well, it might be something like, well, who's God? There's no God. You know, there's no God. There's like, it's just me. You know, this one life, that's it. You know, you might be having that conflict that you don't believe in anything more higher than you, or powerful, or more powerful than you are as a human being, that you really don't have a soul. Or if you have a soul, if you do believe you have a soul, you don't believe that it really has any kind of significance or power in your life. And like I said, the world's become very harsh to you, because, and this is the because. It's because of this. Not knowing yourself, not knowing your true strength, that is that soul that's within you. The soul is the God within you. The power of miracles, the power of magic, you know, miracles, the power of manifestation, power of making things happen in this 3D world. You're having conflicts with others. The Two of Wands. And again, the Two of Wands is a big deal for you. Excuse me. So standing at a crossroads, needing to, you know, really give this a good think. Getting to a, you know, a higher level perspective, so that you can really determine what needs to be done, because you're not happy with what is going on in your life, or what has been going on in your life. Ten of Cups. Is this a family situation? Nine of Swords. Family situation. Three of Swords. Oh my God. Queen of Swords. Okay, that's good. Knight of Wands. Okay. Then the Three of Wands, getting prepared. The High Priestess, knowing. The Moon, knowing that With the moon energy, you can use the light of the moon. If you can't know for certain, you can at least, feel your way. Because it's emotion, right? The moon is watery. It's emotional energy. So you can at least feel your way. This is you as a high priestess knowing through the gut, like the intuition, right? Knowing what is behind the veil that other people don't see. You are balanced in your energy here, the black and white energy, the yin and the yang. That allows you to be open to, that window is open to your soul. That brings in the information that you need, the insight that you need in order for you to feel your way to clarity. If nothing's coming like that is tangible, you can at least feel your way to whatever you need to do. And then you've got the Six of Swords energy, which is you victoriously moving forward with all that you've learned, the swords, with the hardships that you've experienced and the wisdom that you gained by meeting those challenges and succeeding, to say, hey, I learned something from that, and now I know I can take this wisdom with me. Most definitely. Six of Pentacles, fair, things are balanced. Yeah, look at that. You got the Six of Pentacles, you got Temperance, healing. That's six is balance, and that's balance, and then you got 10 of Pentacles. Whew. Talk about winning, and winning big. So it be like this near future stuff here is what's worth going through all of this here. So it's worth turning this around so that you actually are loving yourself, doing what is, when we say love yourself, it's about doing what you feel right doing, that is not going to be imposing on anyone else, like in a way that would be hurtful or taking advantage of someone, which is hurtful. You're going to be taking care of what your needs are, taking the time you need, not always just giving your time and energy away, and which is like depleting you. You're going to take baths, you're going to take meditation time, you're going to go for a walk by yourself or with a friend, it doesn't matter. It's something that you're going to enjoy doing. You're going to, like I said, meditate. You're going to spend time in peace and quiet so that you can connect. You take your mind and use it to connect with your heart. So you gotta slow the chatter down in the mind, because what does the mind do? It thinks, right? Think. You gotta slow those thoughts down enough so that you can open the window to hear your heart, which is always talking, but it talks in whispers. It speaks in whispers, whereas the ego, the fears, scream at us. So if you hear something screaming at you, know that it's not the divine. It's not your soul screaming at you. It is a fear that wants to come up and present itself as some kind of wisdom to you. So it's tricky, but you can be done. The closer you become intimately with your soul, the more of a master you'll be at always knowing what is the direction to take. What's the direction to take? Now, right now, your direction to take is to go inward and start loving yourself. Getting off the fence, because this is what whatever it is that's been going on in your life that's been conflictual, it is the pathway forward is unclear to you, because you're allowing that to consume you and it like paralyze you, so that you're not actually making a decision to make a decision. Two of Wands, that you're at the crossroads a fair bit these days, and it has something to do with your family. that is throwing you into Nine of Swords energy that you lose in sleep at night. Things that you start thinking about as soon as you get your head down on the pillow, you start thinking about it, and it's like getting aggravated and anxious and mad and feeling that it's unfair, this, that, and the other thing, and you're not sleeping. Your eyeballs are wide open, and you just maybe talking to yourself or talking out loud, whatever. Or if you do actually end up falling asleep, you may have to get up to go to the bathroom. The first thing that your mind starts thinking about is that problem. There's something to do with either relationship that you're in, romantic, or your family. Okay? And it's like something has broken your heart. Something has severely disappointed you. Which puts you in this energy of being kind of cutthroat, you know? The Queen of Swords energy, like, you want to play me, or you want to be difficult, you want to be challenging, you want to be irresponsible, you want to be impulsive and do, talk to me like this, say things like that to me, do things that you've been warned not to do, just impulsive behaviors that are irresponsible behaviors. You have decided to, through all this pain, you became basically a cutthroat, Queen of Swords energy, and you could be a man in the Queen of Swords energy, cutting away anybody who is in this it's me, it's all about me energy, egocentric energy, egotistical energy that says, I do what I want to do when I want to do, and I don't care who it hurts or who I step on to do it energy. I love them and leave them energy, lie energy, knowing it's a lie, but passing it off as though it's the truth energy. Okay, so you cutthroat, you cut them out of your life. Now here comes the good stuff. And you've got, these people, believe it or not, apart from the fact that we have spiritual energy around us, some say it's angels, some say it's whatever, but we have spiritual energy, guides and angels and whatever you believe in. And no doubt there is spiritual energy in whatever name we give it, label we give it, that's there to protect us, to help guide us and lead us, right? It's there. It's always there, kind of throwing up buffers between us and the other thing that could end up causing us to be hurt, right? Whispering to us, you're loved, you're deeply loved, we're here to help you, just tell us, just get back up on your feet. Get back up on your feet, and we will smooth out your path before you as best as we can, that you are going to allow us to do. Because you can only do so much. You have to be willing to open the window, right? You have to be willing to, and be prepared for it, right? And this is the prepare. You got the Three of Wands energy. This is also not only the spiritual energy, the Cobra. It stands for people who are, they appear to behave, right? Like this. They appear to be in an energy that you want nothing of, no part of. They appear to be that. And they behave that way, and you experience them that way. Yes. But in truth, at the higher level, this is what everyone needs to understand, is that at the higher level where we are still in spirit, not in the physical body, in the form, doing these things to each other, we love each other. We adore each other at that higher level. So much so that we agree to come in and be this turd. This turd and these turds here. So that it makes me want to go, I don't want to know any of this. I don't like this. I'm getting out of here. I don't want anything to do with you. It's at the higher level We have agreed before we came into our bodies that we're going to experience this particular lifetime path, this journey. I'm going to be so-and-so. My name is Corey. I'm going to be a woman. I'm going to, meet somebody, and we're going to get married. We're going to have a kid. I see it so far down the road. I see only so far down that path, because it's going to come to the first challenge in my life. And for me, that started in childhood. But it is like, it's the challenge that I believe as a soul that it'll be perfect for me to experience, because it gives me the reason to learn to love myself at an early age, which of course I didn't, right? So then on to the next. And then, as I continue going through my life, I have more and more hardships, and they seem to get bigger and bigger. They do, until I finally said, I can't do this anymore. And guess what I was doing? I was praying. And that was me opening the door. Yep. And then this started happening for me. And now I'm in this energy. Empress and because as the Emperor, you're also the Empress. Okay, so it's the yin and the yang. We're balanced. Masculine and feminine energies. So when I'm standing here needing to make a decision, I do truly feel like I have the world in the palm of my hands, because I've become a master manifester. I have clarity, like I am able to see how whatever decisions I make, how it's going to affect others, because that's something that's important to me. So I take all that into considerations before I make a final decision, kind of thing. How's that going to hurt me? How's that going to hurt others? How's that going to benefit me? And how will that benefit others? So I become a master, a leader, someone who others might look up to, someone who others might want to, use you as their model, kind of thing. Someone who becomes successful and victorious, even if things fail. I don't look at it as though it's a failure. I look at it as though it's something that I needed to experience, so that I can move on and move on to something that's more, that's going to, that whatever energy that I gained from this, with the Six of Swords energy, remember, the wisdom that I gained from what seemed to be a failure will help me succeed in another area down the road, because I'll know now what not to do, which allows me to know now what I want to do or should do. Not should, but want to do what I feel is right. Okay, so be prepared allows you to be in the energy of knowing and feeling. If you're still unclear, you're up there on there with your Two of Wands energy. I've got these decisions, these choices to make, decisions to make. I've been beat up with other, the decisions I've made in my life. Maybe they weren't always such good decisions, and I've really I really experienced a lot of kickback from it. Consequences, right? Negative consequences. And just feel like life has just been really hard on me, or life is just rough all around. You step into that Queen of Swords energy, you start cutting away the things and people that do not deserve your time and energy, because you say when I'm saying they do not deserve my time and energy, I'm saying it from a heart of love, from a cup of love for myself, because I've opened the window to my soul. I'm stepping more and more into the Emperor energy. I've got a better perspective now, because I have higher ideals now of who I am and what I want to accomplish. What's important to me, not what's important to anyone else. So I'm going to have that. This is you're moving on, emotionally moving on from what you valiantly cut away as a Queen of Swords energy. Because you're a queen in this energy, and you're going to become an empress and emperor. So the Six of Swords, moving from rough waters to calmer waters, and then finding the balance. Life starts giving you what you give. Life gives back to you what you give. What you give, life gives back. Okay? In this energy, you might have been giving too much, which was like I said, depleting yourself, which really is not, it's not attracting a return of that energy, because you're depleting yourself. You've got to fill yourself first before you give, and then when you give discerningly. Yes, discerningly believe. That's not a word, I know, but you know what I'm saying. You're going to be discerning when it comes to what you're going to give. What are you going to give? Because you're going to know that it's not about getting. You know, you're not in that mindset that if I'm going to give something, I better get back equally. No, you're going to give it, but you're only going to give it to the point where you say, that's healthy for me. That's enough for me. That's good for me. I'm done. If I get anything back, that's great. But if I don't get anything back, then I move on. I know I've learned something. Just like I said, you learn how to, what people you should provide your time and energy with. Who is going to give back, or who's in that energy that they want to give to? Or is that person in the energy of I'll just take? You're going to find that balance, and that through that balance you're going to find peace. Peace, and which comes with happiness and joy. You're going to find peace in that. And then it's the Ten of Pentacles energy. Now, who doesn't want the Ten of Pentacles energy? This is a very prosperous, a very abundant, and very happy energy. It's like you're committed to yourself, and then the world commits to you too. What a great legacy. So you end up turning this around, Capricorn. You end up, you're in this, I take care of myself. I love myself enough to give the time and energy I might squander on other people, without thought, without mindfulness. I'm no longer doing that. I'm mindfully making sure that the people that I know that are in these turkey people, the turkeys that cause this conflict in your life, they are people, souls, I should say, souls that love and adore you dearly, and they're doing this to help you, believe it or not, because they're racking up karmic debt as they're doing these things to you. You do not want to match that with them. So it's like you take it on the chin and you say, okay, another lesson learned. Take it on the chin, another lesson learned. I'm not retaliating, because I do not want to even just say you're an asshole. You don't want to do any of that, because that's chalking up energy, karmic energy debt that you're going to have to pay off later. You want to build up dharma, good stuff, not karma. So you learn to love yourself so that you can figure that out. You learn to love yourself so that when you meet somebody who is that soul that has agreed with you to be a turkey in your life, when you meet that person, you're going to go, I know who you are. I see you. I really see you. I really see you. You are a difficult SOB right here. You're difficult. You're going to see that. You're being challenging and difficult to me right now, where I really would just like to punch you. I really would just like to punch you, but I'm not, because I love myself too much to do that. And by loving myself, you're telling these souls that you love them, because you've learned the lesson. You've learned what their turkeyness is about in your life. They're presenting their turkeyness to you, and you're overcoming it. And that tells them that they did good by you. They did good by you. They did what they needed to do in order to kind of force you into, I can't take this anymore. I can't take this anymore. I need to do something else So will you open the window? The turkeyness, if it's, when you finally get yourself prepared and ready for that, their turkeyness is going to be just too much of a heavy weight on you, and you're going to say, I can't do this. I'm hitting rock bottom. I'm living the night, the dark night of the soul. I need something. I need some help. And this comes in. This is the spirit now I'm talking about, comes in. Not the spirit that's come in form as the turkey, but the spirits that are the angels and spirit guides around us. They come in and they say, just listen to us. We whisper. We don't scream. So make sure you're in a place where you can hear us, which usually is through meditation, prayer, maybe yoga, maybe going for a walk on your own out in nature, where you're really enjoying the blue sky and the light breeze and just the sounds of birds and everything else around you, the trees like this around you. Get yourself there. So it is all about you. The conflict that you've been experiencing in your life, that where it feels like your world, your external world is just, rubbing you raw at every turn. It's because you need to turn this around. You need to learn to love yourself. And you can only do that by be willing to, prepared to open the window to your soul, the only power in this entire illusion, in this entire dream world, right? Universe. In this entire universe, the only power we have is the one that's deep within us that whispers. I hope that was helpful. Take care, Capricorn. Bye.